For today's video, guys, it is subwoofer time. Oh.
No. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, I think it's all good.
For today's video, we are installing this ALPINE. I think it's 8-inch subwoofer, baby. And I'm doing it, hopefully, all by myself. Basically, by the end of today's video, this subwoofer is going to be blasting in the Scirocco. I actually wasn't going to install this subwoofer by myself. I was actually going to go to somebody to have them fitted because I just thought it was way too complicated. And then I got quoted £160.
So we don't have the capacity.
£160 to install a £120 subwoofer.
You mad?
So I replied back to each and every single one of them who gave me a quote for £160, and I said, I'd rather suck my own asshole than pay £160. I've actually gone for a budget subwoofer, but it's a subwoofer that's really good, and I'll show you why. So big up, I bought this myself, but an ALPINE SWE 815 bad boy. You didn't even make an indent. Oh, blood. That's some Mortal Kombat shit, Claire. This subwoofer comes with the subwoofer itself, with a built-in amplifier. It comes with all the wires you need. Let's quickly go to the front. I'm so excited. It's gonna go. I'm telling you, it's going.
Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside.
So the first thing we had to do, guys, is connect up the power cable from the sub. And to do this, we have to run the cable from the boot of the car all the way to the battery in the engine bay of the car. And it's pretty simple. There's actually a little passageway for cables to run from inside the cabin to the engine bay. And we are basically going to use that to run our power cable. So in the passenger footwell, I'm basically pushing a metal coat hanger through the rubber boot into the engine bay. And then my idea is to attach the cable to that coat hanger and then pull it through. Sounds a lot simpler than it looks. That was actually a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. Kind of contradicting me there, Michael. I have been here for like 40 minutes, but it was a lot simpler. I thought I was going to be here for a lot longer. Right, so now that it's duct tape, hopefully this doesn't come splitting off. Right then, I took out the battery so that I can have a bit more leverage, and it's finally come through. I think it's all intact. Phase 1 has been a success. So pretty much we've got the power cable, which will go through the entire car to the battery. I'll put the battery back in a sec so that we can wire everything up. And it's going to be tucked away underneath here so we don't step on it or anything. And it's nicely tucked away. Because it is a bright fucking yellow wire. I mean, I don't know why they just couldn't use a black wire or something to make it more discreet or something. But anyway, moving on straight to the next wire. This is actually, oh, there's a lot of wires, hold on. So the next wire I'm going to work on is actually the earth, which is the black one. But this is basically just a piece of wire that connects to a piece of bare metal on the car. And I think I found one, I think. And if we actually go inside, right over here, we have actually got some sort of bolt that is on the car, basically, underneath the seat. So my plan is, I've actually got a nut that goes on top of that bolt. I've sanded down all this a little bit so that it's bare metal. I'm going to put the earth on top of there, put the nut on, and that is quite simply that wire done. Completely done. And there you go. I'm going to tighten that down, but that's the earth wire. Hopefully all done. If there's any... The next wire is actually the blue wire, which is this lovely thing right here. It's very lovely colours. A-star ALPINE. Now pretty much the blue wire is actually the remote wire, and I believe this is what tells this subwoofer when to turn on and when to turn off, or else it's going to get sleep deprived and it's going to kill itself. And pretty much this wire goes to anything that comes on with the ignition and stays on with the ignition on. What I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be piggybacking off one of these fuses. I've actually found a diagram for a Scirocco fuse box, and we can see that the number 42 right there, right there is actually the cigarette lighter and socket.
Boring.
Let me actually pull this fuse out. This piggyback will go in where this one was, boom, and then this fuse will go into this, the back of this piggyback, and there you go. And then this goes in where that was. That is that. And now we wire the blue wire up to this one, crimp it down, and that is our remote wire completely done. So we've got literally these two cables left. Genuinely, I thought this was going to be really difficult, really complicated. I mean, I don't know if it's going to work yet, but now we've just got these two cables, and these are what receive the like music or sound wave and then transport it to the subwoofer. One of these is the left speaker, so it will run down the left side to the left rear speaker, and then the right one will connect to the right side's rear speaker, and it'll be pretty simple. So here is actually my Kenwood speakers. They look sick, they look sexy, and here is the positive and negative wires that come out of it, and they actually split into there. So literally all I need to do is connect the positive and negative of these two to the RCA cables, run it back, and that is everything done for this subwoofer. Done! I'm turning into a D-Rex. So yeah, to tap into these positive and negative terminals, I've actually got T-tap connectors so that we don't have to cut any factory wires. So quite simply, we're gonna pop one of these on here, basically crimp it down onto the wire, just like so. And there you go, it's a stable connection. Then you pop your secondary thing on the end of it, and then that right here is where your other wire goes to, and it connects through there. Right, so this is actually the moment of truth, because this subwoofer should work now. So it's all plugged in, as you can see, all the wires. Let's plug this bad boy in. Plug in my phone. Oh, there's a cat. I thought that was my dog. I was like, what the fuck is my dog doing out here? Now that the ignition on, the remote should be on, which it is. And oh my god, it's on. Glow. It works, bruv. It works now. So Jesus, close the fucking joker, man. Get this key out of ignition. So then, guys, that is quite simply it for the install. It works, so I'm pretty much going to get everything back together now. Hopefully, once I put it all back together, it will still work nicely. So I pretty much got to hide all the cables now, put everything back together, which is going to be a big job. Take this car out and listen to it for my first ever time. I don't even know if this is going to be worth it. I know that it's got a lot of kick right now, but is it going to be worth it to me? Is it worth having a subwoofer and installing it? That's what I'm excited to see. Like, I'm really excited to see if it sounds any different, because I don't know. Let me bloody tell you, right, if you are ever working on a Volkswagen Scirocco or Golf or Volkswagen in general, to put these parts back on, such as the door cards, oh my god. It's like you have to align the stars in Jerusalem for them to go back on. Bruv, it's the next day. It's light out. there we fucking have it. There is actually the speaker, or the subwoofer, all wired up. I'm actually really interested. See if it works. Jeez, everything is now back together. Look, obviously there's still a lot of mess to clear up, but door cards are back on. Subwoofer is now installed. I think I'm gonna leave it just like that. We can even slot stuff down that side. You know, if we have a carton of milk or something, you know what I mean? Or, you know, some books we can put there. Didn't take too much of the boot up, which I'm really quite happy about.
Ooh, that looks good.
It's neat, isn't it? It's like, you can't see any wires. I mean, you can see it down there, but...
Where? That's fine.
Yeah, you had to bend, so...
That's nice.
This is too smooth. I honestly didn't even really want to say anything on this, but that's what the people want. That's what I came here for. So we're gonna get into it. Yeah. I like my coffee black.
Right. So, it's time to see if the car actually runs and everything, because we've obviously messed up the electrics and stuff, but... So basically, my first reaction, or our first reaction, is going to be copyright music, and then I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a taste. Like, you're probably playing that on an iPhone speaker, so like, however good this is, like, or however bad, you're not going to be able to hear it, but... What about this one? Street side. No. Alright. It's a lot louder.
I need to play again. I was.
It's like a home cinema. That bass is nice.
Yeah, and it doesn't go all.
No, it doesn't go all distorted.
Jiggly.
And it doesn't go quiet. Like, that's not good because we're going to hype ourselves up too
That's
much.
fucking
We're going to be
lit, man.
swinging around the fucking...
That is lit.
That's powerful.
Oh my god, RIP the people in the back.
Oh my god. Rest in peace, our dog, fam. You know what I mean?
You gotta imagine you've got an actual call.
Yeah, like-
not the non-copyrighted
no.
shit.
Wow. I wish I could play the non-copyright, the copyrighted.
So much better.
Yeah. Oh, we need to get one too.
Should we get one in Susie?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Mate, your car would literally fly.
My car would not
The
survive.
bass, you know, when the bass would literally fly, make it fly. Big kick for a little 8-inch like that. I feel like we should even go for a bigger one. Like, we should have got a bigger Alpine one if they did one. But literally, guys, that is the subwoofer all installed now. And there's not, you can't really show how good it is on camera, but for a budget one like this, £120, it makes it a lot louder on the inside, so you can listen to the music a lot louder without distortion. And fuck me, my seats are vibrating, bloody hell. If you were the backseat passenger right here, oh my god, you'd be flying in the seat. Your hair would be standing up, doing the dance. But I'm really happy about that, and it's quite a small one, so it doesn't take up too much room either. Like, there's still plenty of room in here. So alright then, guys, unfortunately that is the subwoofer all installed. It's so fucking mint. Yeah, literally all done. I'm happy with that. If you guys are looking to install a subwoofer to your car, definitely go for it. I mean, like, and I definitely recommend this Alpine one. Like, literally, I'm not sponsored by them or nothing. Hopefully they sponsored me. This came with all the wires and everything. It's so simple, and hopefully we'll even make like a bigger sound system in this car. Like, maybe I'll even install like speakers on the fucking roof, for fuck's sake. A Starlight speaker roof. A fucking smoke machine.
Oh god.
Oh, you son of a...
Don't touch it, because that is dirty.
Look at this. The birds are literally kamikazing into my thing. Look at that. How did it get under the speaker?
What the fuck is that?
How did it get under it? Yeah, literally these birds are
God.
shitting, literally shitting on my car. I'm pretty happy with the install. Like, you can't see any of the power cables or no cables pretty much showing. The seatbelts still work, hopefully. Yeah, I'm honestly super gassed with the install. Good job, little Volkswagen. I think it's all good. I think it's all installed correctly. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram at OtherStuff. Subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you love faces in the next video.